Have you ever heard the expression "find your light"? It's an acting thing. I listen. I'm no actor, but I know this term, and well, I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but not in terms of finding your light on stage, but finding your light in life. That sounded really like I should break out into that song "You Light Up My Life," but that's not what I mean. I mean your work life. I have one very brief acting experience in my life. That's when I was in high school. I actually won our school's Shakespeare recitation competition, but it was not because I'm a great actor. It's just because only two people showed up, and I was one of those people. And the other person, who was an actor, was so busy with a play that he was preparing for, he didn't really memorize the lines from the soliloquy he was supposed to do, so he didn't do it very well. And I had mine really, really memorized, so I won. At the big competition after that, I had no chance because I probably was the worst person there because there were future Broadway performers who were in this competition from drama schools, and I still remember their performances to this day. It blew me away, absolutely. I mean, I did my best, but I'm not an actor. Anyway, it was a lot of fun and a great story. But the thing I know about this finding your light thing is that you kind of have to use your face on the stage to find your light, because the light, you have to learn how to feel what the light feels like on your face. If anybody's out there who's an actor, a stage actor especially, or an actor who works under lights, I'd be curious to know. I guess all actors work under lights, but I'd be curious to know in the case of stage plays or musicals, if the lights are still kind of warm, or if there are now cool burning lights, so to speak, where you can't really feel them as much. I'd love to know. So if you are a person who's experienced, or if you're a lighting person, if you're a stage lighting person, that would also be great if you could comment and also let us know a little bit about your life as a stage lighting person. Okay, so how do we find our light in our work lives so that whenever we take the stage, and that's that was the soliloquy, all the world that I did. It was all the world's a stage. That's is that the all the world's a stage? Yeah, I think that's that's how it starts. And so that's fitting, I think, for today's episode, because the idea of finding your light in your work life, and by work we mean everything you do in life. When you wake up, and I've said this before, I'll just repeat it because it's worth repeating. I mean, consciously, everything you do is work, like from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed. And when you go to bed, the back of your mind has a full-time job, as we know, and it's working. So anything you give effort and energy to is work. And the reason that I formulate it this way is because that honors everything we do. That doesn't hierarchicalize, as we do in many cultures and many societies. Paid work is, that's a real job, right? And then everything else is somehow something less than that, right? Because in a lot of societies, that's the hierarchy. And so, like, when we dismantle that hierarchy by saying and now I'm talking revolutionary talk, by saying that everything that we do, everything we give effort to and energy to is work, then we really honor our lives and the lives of others. And that's a great place to be. So, okay. When you're stepping out onto that stage of life, how do we find that light instinctively? Because, that's what eventually happens, is that it becomes instinct, just like good acting, where there's some things that you don't even need to think about. of course, there are always things that you need to think about, but, this is the autopilot thing. This is not us overthinking. This is us feeling and finding using our instincts and our experience and what our body is trained to do. Okay, so I'm going to give the cards a shuffle because I'm going to ask the cards, what's a good piece of advice for finding our light in life? Oh, I'm going to sing You Light of My Life. No, okay, I shouldn't. All right. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck is Speak Where You Want to Be and the Way Will Appear. Remember, that was the last card we spoke about yesterday. And now I will give it the casual shuffle 3 times. 2, 3. And then the formal shuffle. The black tie or white tie shuffle, depending on how formal it is. All right. And that was definitely a white tie shuffle. Very formal. Okay. I'm going to find a gap where the cards are telling me to look. There it is. And I will draw the card. Oh, it's card 36, Make People's Days. That's kind of fitting because the most popular episode about this card is about The Rock, who part of the work The Rock does is acting, of course. And so that's kind of fitting that we're talking about acting. So let me read you the card. Take a moment to say a kind word of appreciation for the work of every person you encounter, from family to strangers. If you can do something in addition that will make that person's day, do it. Well, this is really good advice about finding your light because you are going to find that other people will light up and you will be able to bask in the glow of that light if you make people's days. So I think this is a really nice card for this, and it's a really neat way of thinking about finding your light in life, is going around and trying to have it so that people light up because of what you have said, because of what you have done. There are some people who are already really, and some of you are listening right now, who are already really experienced in this. Yes, Stacy, I mean you, for sure. So, thank you for listening, by the way. And learning when your face lights up and what you're doing and how others are responding to that. That is an essential element of finding your light, because other people can see the light in your eyes, on your face, when you are doing something and flourishing, and you are doing something that you just do, because that's how you do. So look out for those moments too. Look out for when others notice the light on your face in the same way that you notice the light on their faces. And that way, you'll find your light.